Good evening and welcome to the Ogden City Council for Tuesday, February 23rd, 2016. Let the roll call reflect that all council members are present and Chair White will be joining us electronically.
Doug Stevens.
Doug Stevens is not here.
Oh, I'm sorry. And Councilmember Stevens will be joining us later for the work session, but not this meeting. And we will work on getting Chair White to join us.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone and Google.
I was going to say.
Hi, this is Marcia.
Hi, Chair White. Welcome to the meeting.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, and with that, we'll turn the time over to Councilmember Nadolski to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And we now ask that you join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. First on the agenda is one item under common consent, the FY 2017-21 Capital Improvement Plan.
Vice Chair Blair, I would move that we adopt ordinance 2016-11, common consent item.
Second.
Just setting the public hearing.
To set the public hearing for item 26 or 2016-11. Sorry.
We have a motion from Councilmember Heyer and a second by Councilmember Garner to adopt the items listed under common consent and set the public hearing for March 5th, 2016. This is a voice vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Next is reports from administration. First up is property acquisition at 550 22nd Street.
Ward Ogden will be making that presentation tonight.
Chair, members of the council. In 2009, Ogden City and the Ogden City School District entered into an interlocal agreement for the purpose of joining together to pursue economic and community development projects that will benefit the community. And one of those possible projects was the replacement of the existing D School at 22nd Street, 550 22nd Street, and the redevelopment of that existing school site. And subsequent to that, in March of 2013, the city and the school district entered into another interlocal agreement that spelled out more of those details on how that transaction would occur. And it involved the development of a new school to be located on the 2100 block of Madison Avenue that would also incorporate the use of the of Liberty Park into the school site, a joint use between the city and the school district. The closure of traffic on that section of Madison Avenue was also included. That interlocal agreement included provisions for the city to purchase the existing D School, and it laid out some procedures for us to follow. Those procedures included in Section 6 of the interlocal agreement. Wanted to quickly show a picture or two for the record of oops. I'm sorry. Picture of the D School as it sits right now, built in 1969 and operated since that date. Will be closed after this current school year. The new school will be online coming next fall. Here's an aerial view of the parcel of ground that the D School sits on, which is in the interlocal agreement for the city to purchase this site. A subsequent interlocal agreement, a subsequent agreement between the city, the school district, and the church, which operates the site on the upper right of the picture here, allowed for the purchase of an acre of ground from the D School site by the church for an expansion of their parking lot. And that was in trade for acquiring some land from the church that was across the street from the church building, and is now being used as the west entrance to the new school. So out of our agreement, we extract 1 acre of land, and the amount of land is 3.8 acres that the city would purchase. The procedures are that we obtain an appraisal, a third-party independent appraisal, and that we purchase all the D School site except for the acre that we talked about that is sold to the church for the parking lot expansion. And the way that it's paid for is by paying cash to the school district and deducting from that amount a fee that the city obtained for helping purchase the land for the new school, which we call the acquisition agent fee, and deducting the value of half of an acre of land that the city gave to the school district for use on the west entry. The city had a half acre of land and traded that for a half acre of land on the D School site. And that the purchase occur on or before February 28th of 2017. So that's the agreement that we have with the school district. So at this point, we have obtained the appraisal, and it assumes that the land is the highest and best use, and that land is appraised at $595,714. And so we've already paid, in effect, the value of the half acre of land that was transferred to the school district in the amount of $78,408. And the value of our acquisition agent services is equal to $175,416. So the amount the balance of that is $341,890 that would be put in escrow and paid out towards the following costs. Asbestos abatement prior to the demolition of the school, and then the demolition of the school. And the remainder would go to the Ogden School District. So this is the offer that was made in concept to the school district. And last Thursday night, they had a closed session to discuss the offer, and in an open meeting adopted the resolution which approved the sale. So their side is done. So our recommendation is that we, of course, formalize the offer by allowing the mayor to adopt the resolution and allow the mayor to proceed with the sale of the purchase of the property. The source of funds anticipated is in the current budget, so it's not coming out of another source. It's anticipated for this use, and we've saved that money for a few years now to build up the funds to purchase the school anticipated in the interlocal agreement. It would come from our community development block grant funds. And in order to meet a timeliness test on the expenditure of these funds, we're hoping to be able to escrow those funds before the end of April. And because the school is going to be vacated this June, we're anticipating that we can accelerate our purchase as well. So we're hoping to be able to close on that purchase in July and immediately start on the demolition and begin development of the site. So that's our recommendation. Are there any questions? Thank you.
Exciting. Thank you. With that, if there's no further discussion, I would entertain a motion.
Chair or Vice Chair Blair, make a motion that we adopt proposed resolution 2016-7.
Second.
We have a motion to adopt proposed resolution 2016-7. by Councilmember Nadolski and a second by Councilmember Garner. This is a roll call vote.
Councilmember Garner,
Aye.
Councilmember Hyer,
Aye.
Councilmember Lopez,
Aye.
Councilmember Nadolski, Vice Chair Blair,
Aye.
Chair White,
Aye.
That passes. Thank you. Next up is public comments. This is an opportunity to address the council regarding concerns or ideas on any topic to be considered of everyone at this meeting. Public comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Participants are to state their name and address for the record.
Hello, no time no see, members of the City Council and the Mayor and Mark Johnson. Okay, I'm very familiar how the City Council is run. I've been coming here since 2005, and I did that to be educated and know how the City Council operates and also the Mayor's position. It's been very rewarding for me as a Mexican American, born here, third generation, who basically we are not shown or taught in school what and how our government works here on the local level. And I was here all through Mayor Godfrey's time. Mark Johnson was there. But in his place was a wonderful man named, what was his name? He was a great guy. We became good friends in our community. This man stepped out beside the box for our community, and he listened. And there was a lot of things done in my community, our community, not just the Mexican American, but the low income, white, blacks, Mexican American. He stood out, and Mayor Godfrey went along with it, especially toward the ends when he was fighting to stay in as the mayor. We, this community, voted for him, and we got rid of those council people who sat or ignored us. We voted them out. And that being said, well, I'm here tonight, and it's going to be an ongoing thing. Maybe that way the mayor can know more about us, who I represent, and I'm just not a little peon. I'm very well known in this community, in all levels. The university, the schools, the nonprofits, we vote, we live here. So I am basically a spokesperson who is not intimidated, not afraid to be against lawyers, leaders, mayors, judges, in schools, school board superintendents, because I, through the years, taught this community, they work for us. We do not have to go and beg and plead like I did with this administration. And you're aware of it because it's on the records. I came here time after time with other people coming with me, hoping you would treat us fairly, like Mayor Godfrey and John Patterson. But you know what? Either they kept you in the dark, or you chose to look the other way, Mayor Caldwell. And also, Amy's gone, but she was one. But I'm going to continue on the next. So it's not going to be a fun part, but it will be, because it's going to be interesting. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Seeing no other public comments from the mayor.
Sure. A couple quick things. Virginia, I appreciate your comments, and I'm not sure what issue you didn't get attention with, but we've hired a mayor's office of diversity director, and we've made some great strides in being more inclusive and being willing to listen. So if you want to bring up a specific thing that you didn't feel you were addressed with, we're certainly happy to listen and work on that if possible. I also want to take a quick moment to publicly thank Ward while he's in here. The presentation you saw earlier was the result of years of hard work on Ward's behalf, and that would not have happened without Ward's diligence and willingness to really grab onto that and work hard for it. And then lastly, I'd like to congratulate Gary Williams, who crossed the threshold of being a grandfather early this morning. Has had a granddaughter, and I think that's great. Grandson. And I think that's great, and I'd encourage you to give Gary your congratulations. Thank you. That's it for me.
Comments from council members?
I'll join in with the congratulations to Gary. That's a great milestone and a good event in your life. Congratulations, and to you did yours a long time ago.
Just want to also thank Mrs. Hernandez for coming forward and exercising her rights and duty of constituent in our community. I disagree with her comments. I think that there's been actually great progress that has been made from the administration in reaching out to the community. And I also wonder that if you vote in and out council members, I wonder how come Mrs. Hernandez didn't get to win the election. And but I appreciate her comments. Thank you.
Done again, Ward, congratulations. And for our community, please take the time to visit the New D Elementary School. I think our students, especially our students in the inner city of that particular part of our town, will be greatly benefited by this new elementary school that will meet their educational needs and really be a gem for that part of our community. So thank you.
And I believe we had a young scout sneak in. Does he want to come in and introduce himself and tell us what he's working on? He does.
I'm Asa Hart, and I just working on citizenship in the community. I have to go to a meeting of the city, town, or state, or county.
Oh. Well, that's great. And tell your dad thanks for bringing you. Yeah, you picked a good one to come to, not too long. Yeah, great. Thanks, Asa. Okay. If there's no other comments.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion to adjourn by Councilmember Heyer and a second by Councilmember Garner. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Stay tuned. There'll be a redevelopment agency special meeting following this meeting, so.
Not going anywhere.
Yep.